Welcome back to the Late Late Show, where my next guests have offended absolutely nobody with their Langer-tastic smash hit comedy Young Offenders. It's going from strength to strength, and bagging awards and Roy Keane as a cameo. They've put Cork on the map, and I'm delighted to say that we're putting Cork on the sofa tonight. Would you please welcome Alex Murphy, Chris Wally, Hilary Rose, and Shane Casey. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I mean,
got a quick haircut in the interval.
Do you need a stunt double?
We need the accent as well, though.
Or something that rhymes with stunt double.
That's not bad, boys.
That's good.
I mean, we could maybe do that. Yeah. So,
and I'll do your job, lovely.
Oh, there we go. That's good. That's all good news. Welcome to the show, folks. Of course, we have to say to Shane, welcome on your first Late Late Show.
Thank you.
There we go, yeah. I was watching this during the week, and you have not been in a bad movie. And any movie that you're in... Well, no, and everything you're in, you're amazing in. Like, is this the norm for you, to just be...
to be amazing all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Thanks. I mean, the weird thing about what we do is that you kind of have your own experience of it on the inside, and then there's what everyone else sees and what they perceive. And Papa SUD, who plays my boyfriend in the film, we were speaking about this the other day, that there'll be scenes that you do where you're like, I nailed that. I was amazing in that scene. Like, wait until people see me in this. And like, nobody comments on it when it comes out. And it's probably like the worst scene in the whole film. So sometimes your sort of judgment on that can be off. But I think with this, it was such a sort of, kind of amalgamation of my character, Amy Liptrott's personality, and our director Nora's, and so it felt like a creation, but it still really felt natural, and it felt like me, which was lovely.
Those characters, they kind of completely like changed your lives, sort of instantaneously. I mean, well, you had Sherlock first, and then you had Fleabag, and then you had Normal People. Did that trajectory kind of give you guys a shorthand when you got onto this movie? Because it sort of feels, anything I've seen you guys on the promotional trail for this, you guys are just tight, like it's a proper bromance.
Yeah, it's all an act, I suppose. No, it definitely, like, it's weird because we've had that question quite a bit, and I think I'm a huge admirer of Andrew's work and have been for years, but I think actually All of Us Strangers was the catalyst for the friendship or the bromance that people are referencing now, I think happened as a result of filming All of Us Strangers, I think.
Yeah.
Well, that's my take on it.
Yeah, sometimes you just have chemistry. I don't necessarily mean it's like physical chemistry or whatever. Chemistry is a really weird thing with actors. You just have to really enjoy acting with each other, but it's really helped when you like the person. And we had really intense stuff to do in the movie, and that kind of bonds you.
Absolutely.
when you're sitting naked in a
on a Monday morning at 9 o'clock.
You know, you think you got to have a laugh.
Okay, talk me through that. So it's Monday morning. You're having the breakfast.
Monday morning, you've had your first coffee of the day. You're not having breakfast.
You're not having breakfast.
Yeah, not if you're
tops off.
naked. No, you're not eating the breakfast.
That's where I'm going wrong.
I'll set the scene. 7:30 in the morning, about 40 hairy grips littered around the set, and you're kind of stark naked in the company.
You never get used to it.
You never get used to it, but it makes a huge difference when you can have a laugh about it with your friend. It's kind of very bizarre.
So
just trying to spot my mum. I'm like, where is she?
okay, where's the mommy?
Where's Mum?
Where's Mommy Coughlin? There we go.
Oh, she's there.
Look,
Hi.
she's just
Hi.
giving a tiny.
Oh, the real royal wave. Was
She's
it?
just giving.
Okay.
She's just giving that
lovely.
tiny wave.
Fabulous.
She's not half as excited as I am. I mean,
Or as I am. I'm so
so
I don't know what
excited.
to do.
Such a fan. I'm such a fan.
I can't cope with this, and you'll see why in a minute, but like I just can't. This is too exciting for me. If me at 9 years old knew I was sat here beside, I think I'd collapse. I can't. It's too much.
Okay. Tell us. We know you love this woman. Tell us what you love about the Spice Girls.
I mean, I don't think you have enough time, but literally, like what you did for young girls in that era and what you still do now, because you're so inspirational, like you've changed lives. Aww. You made young women want to be independent, strong. The documentary they made about you guys on Channel 4 made me so angry for what you had to put up with, all the misogyny and all of that stuff, and you came through it stronger than ever, and it's incredible that you're still as strong and beautiful and wonderful as you are. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah.
No. What you just said there is amazing. What's even more amazing that in show business sometimes people, pretend stuff. This is how much of a Spice Girls fan this lady was from the get-go. Check this out. This is little Nicola from Galway. Giving it loads.
Real method. It's like each one by one. I feel like
everyone's part.
Yeah.
I
think it was some advert. I like Jerry with the fake boobs. Is one of my favourite bits as well. I think there you are. Like looking in a mirror.
I love it.
Now, Margot, I don't know if you know this, but the Late Late Show doesn't really come and interview anybody. Most people come and see us, and so...
Oh, thank you very much for coming to us.
We only do it occasionally for very, very huge stars.
We kind of met you halfway, more than halfway, I hope.
I see what you're saying there.
No, that's really amazing. Thank you.
So, we had to use a magic door ourselves tonight to get here. And, Colin, I think this is an idea from this movie that you may have stolen from this guy.
Bosco.
What is Bosco?
Would you like to explain to Margot?
Did I ever show you Bosco? I have a feeling that I got it up on YouTube. And did I never tell you about
Bosco? You showed me many things, but not Bosco.
This was this little critter here was kind of the origin for many of the young members of our Irish society, aka kids' educations. So Bosco was a TV show on in the middle of the day, and obviously was some version of a hand puppet.
I love it.
And
also kind
used
of
to go
cute for
through
his outfit, at least
kind of scary now, a little bit.
I could do without the top.
But Bosco was huge. Everyone, God, I spent a lot of my very formative young years watching this puppet. Oh, sorry, Bosco, this person.
And used to go through a door to actually take you to another world. Knock, knock. Open wide, see what's on the other side. Other side.
Knock, knock.
Yeah.
Open more. Come with me to the secret door.
To the secret door.
You just unlocked. This is like a Jungian psychotherapeutic session.
And here is Bosco's lawyer with the writ for the for this movie right now.
You're being sued.
How much bigger and more intense did that get after Stranger Things in terms of the interactions and all that?
Yeah, a lot. I live in London now, and I remember I was like getting on the tube to go see a friend of mine, and I was getting recognised, like it was right, left and centre, and I didn't know what was happening. I was very confused. But it shows you, like, I mean, that show is everything to me as it is to the fans of the show still. I mean, I'm still a fan of the show. So I can understand, but also for me, it's a very strange circumstance to be in. It doesn't feel very real, I don't think.
I know the representation is very important to you. Talk to me about the love story between Vicky and Robin and the reaction that you've got to that.
Oh, it's everything. It's everything. I think it's funny. I grew up as a queer kid in Donegal, and I kind of had an experience of it. I came out online when I was like 16, 17, said I was bisexual, and we had people in my hometown going up to my parents going, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about your daughter," right? And I'm going, right, okay, fair enough, nothing to apologise for. So it gives me more of an invigoration when I do roles like this and when I'm able to do things like this, never mind on such a big platform as this, which is still crazy to me. And it's wanting to do it justice and do it right for kids like me growing up. I think it's important, and I think, especially when the queer storyline is a part of their chapter whilst they're dealing with monsters, and you are in the 80s, and there's all these other things going on. It doesn't have to be about that, it's just a part of it, and I think that's ideal. I like that a lot.
Are you ready for your life not being able to be any way normal again after this?
I mean, I think it's always magnified at moments like this when you're out in front of the film and you're running around to every city in the world, and I think it's always at its loudest around this junction. But then I think maybe naive of me to think that, but you'd hope that the world moves on and then there's another massive film that comes out and there's eyes on somebody else. And I think at the moment I'm saying that to probably preserve my own sanity, but also it's a byproduct of this amazing job that I get to do. So if that's the tax, I'll happily pay it, up until a point.
You have taken on an exciting new role recently yourself. How is Motherhood treating you?
Oh, I love it. I feel so grateful to have her in my life, and it's the best way to wake up in the morning. It's the best way to go to bed at night. It puts everything into perspective, you know. It kind of grounds you, and I'm very lucky to do what I love as a woman, and I'm very lucky to love as a mother. And that's just an absolute gift to get to recognise myself in both of those things beside each other in this moment.
I heard you say recently that you quite enjoy not having as much time because it's been filled with something else that you love.
I mean, I don't know if I've ever had that much time anyway. Like, I'm not a kind of person that's lying around waiting for something to happen. I love life. Like, I need life. I need the world. I need my mind to be engaged. And it's so brilliant for it to be engaged in so many capacities at this time. Sometimes it's really tiring. And some mornings wake up and go, I do not know who I am or where I am. And luckily, I have incredible people around me that, can hold that place as well. Because being a new mom is hard sometimes. Like, you know, it's no joke to be born. And as a new mom, you're kind of being born in a new identity too. And I definitely feel that in every capacity of my life right now. And I in some ways, it's made me really alert to my life and to her life and what we're going to do together.
Chris, you're a big deal when you come back here. Well, we know who it is.
Wait, you're a big deal here?
Yeah,
baby. Okay.
When you come back to Boyle, do people know you, or is it?
Well, I mean, Boyle, I know them anyway from, I suppose, that height. But we shoot some of the show in Boyle. I have kind of noticed that people behave slightly differently when they know you're in town, not necessarily because it's me, but they think they might get caught on camera. So people I've known all my life are wearing more makeup than they normally would. That's kind of lingering in the back of conversations wherever you are. Yeah, you never know.
You never know. And is it right that when you're in Boyle, you stay in a 5-star luxury accommodation? Tell us. This is so cute. Where do you stay when you're back in Boyle?
Well, I stay in my childhood bedroom. Where else would you stay? Sure, she'd have the head slapped off me. Can you imagine?
Christina, it all becomes clear why this is the mind of a man who was able to write something about aliens and Joe Dolan. Sure, I sleep in my childhood bedroom. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
Dinner with Jeff Goldblum and Monica Lewinsky?
Well, I know, imagine. Yeah, we're that old. No, I'd obviously known of you for ages, and we met in the most Hollywood possible way. But we were at this, our friend Emma's really well connected. She was having a birthday dinner in her house in LA. And she was like, come by, it's a dinner, sit-down dinner, 20 people. I put on my jeans and she's like, outdoors, put on a big old cardigan. I arrived there, see Donald. Oh my God, brilliant, another Irish person. Pretty sure you were in a fleece. Was it a fleece?
Yeah, well, it's LA. You gotta wrap up.
Yeah. I feel like I was insulting you if that was actually your best jacket. And I was like, was it a fleece? A golf jacket? And I was like, oh, this should be nice. And then you turn around and Monica Lewinsky's there. And I'm like, okay. And J.J. Abrams, who made Star Wars. Jamie Dornan's there as well. And then I know, oh, all right, that's it.
They love the goss.
I know, this just sounds like all the dinners we've ever gone to.
And then, and Jeff Goldblum as well from Jurassic Park and all
World's
that stuff.
coolest man.
World's coolest man. And then we were all after donuts.
World's second coolest man.
And then we were brought up to like this thing in the hills and where like it was kind of like a veranda and it felt really rickety. And we were like, if we die tonight, no one will mention us. Like maybe we're like, oh no, like maybe you get a mention in the Irish Times, but I doubt I'd even get the Leinster Leader. Like the amount of people who were there, if it fell over.
And I remember being hurt when you said that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm like, you're just like me, don't let nobody hear.
Your dad in Belfast is more famous than you.
Way more famous than me.
So tell us a wee bit about your old fella.
Well, my dad was an obstetrician, gynecologist, and for majority of his career was at the Royal Maternity. And as a result of that, you know, he delivered over 6,000 babies in the north. That's pretty much everybody in that part of the world was delivered by my dad. So you can only imagine the amount of times people come up and I'm like, oh, here we go, this will be nice. I'm a fan of mine. Only to be told that, you know, your dad delivered me and my mum said he was the most handsome man in Ireland. And that you're not a patch on him. So I get that sort of thing a lot, which is nice.
And at one point, I didn't know this, that he could have been an actor. He had a place at RADA.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was offered a place at RADA. Dad went to, remarkably, Dad, for a year when he was in junior school, prep school, he went to an all-girls school for a year as the only boy. And then for senior school, he went to an all-boys school. And when they were in sixth form, they did a production of Macbeth, and someone had to be Lady Macbeth, and that was Dad. So Dad played Lady Macbeth to great acclaim, I'm told, I was told a lot, and got the, you know, won the drama prize and all this sort of stuff at school, and the head of drama at Bangor Grammar, where he was at school, her friend was involved in admissions or something at RADA, and yeah, offered Dad a place if he was interested in coming to RADA, but different time, you know, his parents were like, no, you know, that's risky, you go and become a doctor, and, you know, he did all right.
Well, you know, he did all right, and if he had taken that place up then, he wouldn't have met your mum.
No, totally, yeah, they met.
You know, so
yeah, Mum was a nurse at the Royal, and they met at the, if you can believe it or not, they had an outdoor swimming pool at Belfast Royal Victoria Hospital, and it's not, there's a car park now, and yeah, Mum was getting out of the swimming pool, and Dad saw her when they were junior doctors, and that was it.
And the rest is history. You are the most prolific and successful writer that we have on this island.
Am I? Is that a fact?
I think you are. Do you? Look at the body language. Look at it. No.
Do I think I am?
Yeah, but is there ever a point where you actually sit and you realise, yeah, that this is, you are the success that you are?
Oh, well, I mean, I mean, a little bit now. You know, I think it's sort of, you know yourself, the whole thing of like, well, especially if you're brought up in a turkey farm, you never really sort of expect things to work out for you in media. And then for a long time, I sort of, you know, felt like I got lucky, and, you know, I met Dennis Kelly and wrote Pulling with him, and then...
Because you didn't get started for a while.
No, I was a bit, yeah, in my, you know, doted, well past my prime. Well, I was 36 actually when Pulling came out, but it's a late start for someone, you know, getting into this business, I think. Yeah. But yeah, I met Rob Delaney, did Catastrophe, thought that was really lucky, and, you know, felt like I'd had a lot of lucky breaks, and so wasn't really quite prepared to go, you know, well done me. But it turns out if you do it long enough, and, you know, you create a few shows that are sort of bona fide hits, you do sort of, you know, it feels good. But, you know, it never stops being hard. It's not like anything is ever just sort of handed to you just because you've made some good stuff in the past. Everything, it's always a slog. You know, you have to constantly hustle, you know. I'm a hustler. That's why I'm sort of always making stuff, because I'm always hustling.
Getting out there and doing it. I mentioned Banshees in the intro there.
Yeah.
Now on the leave insert. Big news, eh?
Well, you know, I've been there before with Caucamillish.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was on the Irish thing, a short film, Caucamillish, that I made in, I don't know, years ago, where I was stuffing my face with cake for rather too long, in my opinion.
How does this compare?
No, I'm delighted the Banshees is on because, you know, for a start, just getting all the... for me, it's about stuff that comes from, you know, the mother lode of inspiration that is this country and its cultural history and stuff like that. And then the kind of genius that Martin McDonagh has with regard to plumbing those depths for something that has more meaning, and then the kind of genius ability to be able to tell a story. It's just, like, people don't get it really who slightly feel uncomfortable with the telling of it, because it's like a reflection on saying, that doesn't happen, and that's fine, you know, you paid your money and you take your choice. But for me, his genius is about tapping into the idea. I didn't think anybody could put Sheila Fritton up, you know, in a thing and have the idea of a banshee sitting there without really ever exploring. You kind of say, there is no real answer. Like, with what I think I'm getting at is that with the Leaving Cert now, there's so many things that people got from Banshees, and some people resisted it a lot. So I think it's going to be fantastically controversial, and I think it'll be very interesting to see. For me, it's about storytelling and pushing the boundaries of human experience. Like everything in film or everything in a play or everything, like when Singh did it years ago, and expanded the poetry in people's language. It wasn't done true, and it wasn't completely true either. It was an artistic exploration of what was possible, and so you get in there and you like, Martin writes such funny lines.
About such dark stuff.
About such dark stuff, but he throws it together, but there's always something intensely intensely integrated about the way he's telling this story. He's very economic with what he puts down, and I remember saying before, like, he'll take a comma and he'll say, you know, 3 dots there for a reason. There's kind of a little, and then as he came on, he just kind of threw some of that out, and I just think he's a fantastic storyteller, and he's not afraid of the mythic, and he's not afraid of the large exaggeration. I mean, if you read about Finn McCool, that's the way people told stories here. There was always fibs and tall tales.
In an Irish story.
Yeah, I mean, one finger would have been enough, let's face it.
Yeah. You're back on tour in the new year. Mm-hmm. I follow you on the Insta machine. I saw you doing a little tryout set with a special guest that joined you on stage that wasn't meant to join you on stage.
Oh, yes.
So, let's have a little look at this. This is Aisling trying some stuff out for the new tour.
Oh, yeah.
Is she all right? Oh, hi, baby. There's a high chance I might have to bring her on stage and hold her in one arm while I do my commentary. Nothing to say there? No. Oh, she does. Oh, right. Tell it like it is, honey. Oh, thank you.
My little Baba.
Yeah, it's the Baba.
It's my Baba. Yeah. I've been getting away with bringing her backstage for a long time because it's famously no maternity care in show business, baby. No. And so I bring her to gigs and just like kind of leave her rooting around the back, seeing if she couldn't find any glasses to pick up or anything like that. And then just this was the moment where I was like, oh, I can't bring her as much anymore because she suddenly recognised my voice when I was on stage and didn't like the material, so she was like, no.
So you guys met a week beforehand, and this man took you for a few beers in Dublin. What was that like?
Well, that's the initiation. He goes, we met for a couple of pints, a Guinness, and...
I mean, what was it like having a couple of pints and going around town with Colin Meaney?
Again, I recommend it if you have the opportunity. Well, walking around Dublin with this man, it's like walking around New York with De Niro. It's like, hey, everybody knows him, everybody loves him. But it was great. But the funny thing was, when we met, we didn't talk about the movie. We just started chatting politics and books and family and stuff. And
well, when we finally met, because it was
a little mishap.
Like for 2 years, we texted each other and we had a few Zooms and FaceTimes and things like that. But then he Paul, we're actually going to make the movie and we're both in town and I finally get to meet him and we say.
And I had said for years, I said there were so many false starts. I said, I'm not going to believe this movie is actually happening till I see the whites of his eyes.
And you're sitting in Croke Park with him. You brought him to Croke Park.
I did bring him to Croke Park as well. But with the first drink, it nearly didn't happen because he said, "I'll see you in the lounge."
Of this hotel.
Yes.
He said, "Oh, I know the hotel well." I said, "I'll be in the lounge and I'm waiting for you." And I'm there early.
Lounge, he meant... I was in... If someone says, "I see you in the lounge," you'd go into the bar, wouldn't you? You'd be in the bar. See?
Well, you're all wrong, by the way.
See?
Because there's a bar, and then there's the whole couches
He
in the
was
lounge.
in the lobby.
The lobby.
He was out in the lobby of the hotel. So he's sitting out there, I'm sitting in the bar, and
We're both going, this guy's he's not trustworthy.
He's pulling the Hollywood shit on me here now, you know. He's going to stroll in 25 minutes late. But eventually we found each other, and we...
The Barbie movie, tell us about that, please.
Oh my God.
Please.
Barbie was crazy. So I auditioned for it, sent a tape away, and then I've loved Greta Gerwig since Frances Ha. Like, I just think she's magical and clever and amazing and so special. And then my agent was like, "Yeah, she really likes your tape." And I was like, "Oh God, okay." And then I was about to film Bridgerton, and Bridgerton were like, "You can't go and film an entire movie, by the way." I was like, "Yes, that does make sense." But then...
Oh, so it was meant to be...
I don't know what it would have been within it, but they were hoping for more time. But then they were like, "Do you want to come and do like a cameo?" I was like, "Yes, I obviously do." I didn't know that I'd make the cut. I didn't know they'd put me on a poster. All that was very surprising and thrilling to me. But yeah, it was crazy.
I think we have a little look of you here as... then we got the Barbie look. There you go.
So they actually made me Jacqueline Duran, who designed the costumes. I was a big Barbie fan as a little girl, and I had one called Sparkle Eyes Barbie. And they remade my Barbie a life-size dress of the version of the one that I had.
So
cool.
this was basically you playing with your Barbie while you were listening to this woman's music?
I know, it's really... And my best friend Maeve, who's actually in the audience tonight, she found... We had a video of me doing... It's really creepy, actually, a Barbie presenting awards, and then I played a Barbie presenting awards, and I was like, that's bizarre. I might have been a psychic child.
I think so.
I think this is all like coming out.
think
Yeah, no,
so.
it's a lot.
But I mean, you know, we mentioned it in the intro there, Masters of the Air. I mean, you know, that cast, there was such a brilliant cast on that show. You know, you are a self-confessed messer. Is that fair to say?
I don't know if I'd say so. Yeah. Self-confessed messer.
Self-confessed messer. How does a self-confessed messer end up working with Spielberg and Tom Hanks?
With a lot of luck, to be honest with you, man. A lot of luck. I feel like the luckiest man in the world to end up in a cast like that and to work with names like Spielberg and Tom Hanks. Just, it was an absolute pinch me moment, you know, a real dream.
You worked with Tom Hanks' son.
Colin,
Is that right?
on a film, and he's just. If you also, we had a scene on. Sorry, I'm so distracted because they're moving literally symbols around.
And Tom Hanks is here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Tom Hanks. Oh, there we are. Oh yeah, well done. Yeah, I worked with his son Colin on a film, and say that scene is on a bench, and you know, like with Forrest Gump and stuff like that. When you close your eyes, it feels like the same. It's his exact same voice, and I sat on a bench, and I felt like being like, "Hi, Forrest." You know, just doing the same. But they're lovely.
Did you get to meet Tom or not? Or
no, but I didn't want to be too obvious, but you hold back on that thing.
I know.
Or you just audition and get to work with him, like I'm audition. Yeah.
That's another way of doing it.
Yeah.
So I mean, you were working, you know, with Barry Keoghan on that. You know, you had Austin Butler. I mean, that cast was amazing, and it was so well received. You ended up in the White House.
Yeah. I did. Yeah.
Oh wait, now which White House?
Just a White House. Oh. No, it was the one. Yeah, it was great crack. We went, had the crack, and got up to some mischief, had some fun.
Yeah, I mean...
We ended up doing cartwheels in the White House. I think that's what he's alluding to.
Well, I mean, we actually have the security footage off this. This is what happens when two messes from Ireland end up in... who's this with you? This is
that's
you and...
Barry Keoghan.
Yeah, you and Barry Keoghan just... And I believe then you got a phone call from, was it Biden's security people?
Yeah, they weren't too happy with it.
What jersey are you
That's
wearing?
where my dad used to play Parental, who's in the green room out now. Shout out Mickey Boyle. Oh, Mickey Boyle! He was a corner forward Parental, and that's his old shirt. But yeah, we got a call and they said, the White House have called and they're not too happy with you. And I had to take it down.
It was also set in a farm, which you fully embraced. You were very hands-on, or should I say hands up?
Hands up, hands out.
Yeah, there was a bit of lambing going on.
There's a lot of lambing going on.
Yes.
Which I'd never done before, and we did principal photography for the film in September, but we had to go up to Orkney in April so that it would coincide with lambing season. And I spent a couple days on a few farms, and the farmers that I was with were like, yeah, so you just, you get in there, you tackle it, you get in there, pull it out, shake it about, rub it a bit, stick some hay up its nose, and that's it, and then just sort of send it on its way. And I was like, right, okay. And then I was sent into the shed, and we got ready at like 3:30, 4 a.m. a couple of days in a row, just so we were ready. And as soon as we saw that a ewe was ready to go, I was just kind of thrown in at the deep end, and I delivered like 7 lambs, which I think is really great. And I didn't kill any of them.
I mean, I've just realised that you should probably be promoting this film at the Ploughing this week. That was
I actually should have.
You should have been.
Honestly, it's like a proper celebration of like the farming world and farmers. Like I have a newfound respect for what they do. Like they don't sleep, farmers. It's mental. They don't take holidays.
They don't take holidays.
They really don't. They just go to the Ploughing Championships. That's their holiday.
What was harder, the lambing or the singing with the seals? I quite liked your seal voice. That was good.
Did you like that?
I did like that.
Yeah, I do that with my dog as well. We howl together. And actually, that wasn't planned. That's something that apparently women traditionally used to do on the islands. They would sing to the seals, and that's kind of where the whole Selkie mythology comes from. This sort of like half mermaid seal woman. And so we just tried it out, and I would howl at them, and they sang back. And it was amazing. We got it all on camera, and we were all in floods of tears afterwards because it was just so cool.
There's a story about, I loved it, you went into a guitar shop.
Oh, season 2, I went in to buy a guitar. I was having some form of crisis. And I paid for the guitar, lovely woman, and then I paid for it. She said, would you take a pic? And I was like, oh, if you want to, yeah. She said, well, do you want to? I was like, I don't mind. If you want to, I will. She went, well, there's a box of them there. You take yourself a guitar pick. I was like, damn it. I'm not that big yet. So good. It's so good.
People from Cork as well, like either people are very like kind of, it's Cork and everywhere, to be honest. Either people are like really like complimentary and say, oh, could I get a photo? I love the show. Or else you have people all the time that come up, and they're like, oh, could I get a photo? I actually hate it, but my wife loves it. I hate it. Why I see one? And it's like, okay, yeah.
Helen, we've got to talk about Roy Keane. I mean, when Roy Keane came on the set, I mean, what was the excitement levels like?
It was amazing, because first we heard that he was a fan of the show, so we kind of wheedled our way in there and got him to, come on the show. So when he arrived on set, we went into the green room, all of us together, just to kind of ease in our nerves. I don't think Roy Keane has nerves, so it was just easing in our nerves. And he was just so sweet and kind and nice, and he's got this lovely way of just like getting straight to the heart of a conversation. So, within seconds it was like talking about relationships and marriage and everything, and it's this lovely directness. But he was really sweet and really fun, really up for it.
I think we're the only people who've gotten away with telling Roy Keane to F off.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And you did it with such aplomb. I mean, we actually have the clip. So, all right. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at inviting probably the hardest footballer that's ever come out of Ireland.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this?
If you're not going anywhere, any chance of a fish supper?
Fuck off!
He should have been wearing a Rambler scarf anyway, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That made no sense.
Exactly. Where does that sit, working with Roy Keane, on the scale of 1 to being Cork Person of the Month for the month of January?
Well, Killian was very busy that month, so
They have
I kind of felt bad
Person
for
of the
him,
Month.
really. Yeah. Killian won the Oscar and I got Cork Person of the Month. Yeah. I don't know where the justice in that is, but Killian, I won't go all out for the Cork Person of the Year. I'll hold off and let him have that then.
You mentioned it at the start there. It's, off screen, it's been a rough few months for you as well. You had another major surgery in November.
Yeah.
How is your recovery working out?
Oh, well,
you know, I walked on there tonight. My thank you. My physio Jeffrey now, he's going to kill me. These are not ASEX runners. The arch support and these are not good.
So this is your second amputation.
Yeah.
The first one happened as a result, this is a crazy story, as a result of a football injury when you were at school.
Yeah. I didn't even play football. I was just kicking around a ball with my friends.
And what happened?
I just fell. It was just a bad break. It didn't heal properly, and I think there was a couple of things that went wrong with treating it initially, and it just kind of spiraled, yeah.
And so from that, you had a number of operations, and then...
I think 11. 10, 11 was the big one.
And so the 11th one, that was the amputation of the first leg.
Yeah.
How do you put your head in a place when you have the second amputation to keep moving in a positive way with this?
Well, like I could have done without it, like, you know what I mean? But it was the same situation as the first. You know, a lot of times people say to me, oh, well, you chose it, it was your choice because it was an elective amputation. But I'm like, surgeons just don't go chopping off limbs, you know, willy-nilly. It was the only way for my quality of life to improve. And I'm not willing to spend my entire life, you know, in a hospital bed for the sake of keeping a leg that doesn't work. So that's, you know, it was a hard decision, it you know, but I had to do it, and you get used to your new normal. I'm not going to say that my life is, you know, the same. It's different, but in a good way, I think. Yeah.
Because recently you've been learning to walk again.
Yeah.
You're back horse riding.
Yeah.
We've got a little clip. Was this you this week, I believe? Where's this at?
It's a riding school in Bray, and the NRH, so my physio at the NRH organised that for me. His name's Jeffrey. This is my favourite.
Shout out to Jeffrey.
Shout out to Jeffrey.
Yeah. Lisa, Saoirse, Monica, you guys have met and you know each other. Are you staying with each other tonight again, Saoirse, Monica? No,
not tonight. Not tonight. The last time that me and Lisa did press together, just the two of us, I had just finished a play in London and I got ferried up to Manchester in a car. I landed at the hotel and I was knackered and I was given the room key and I opened the hotel room door, ready to throw myself on the bed, and Lisa McGee just comes out of the bed and goes, obviously it gave me the fright of my life. I went down to reception and I was like, you gave me Lisa McGee's key card. They were like, I'm so sorry. I was like, well, at least I know her.
At least you know her. At least you know her.
I didn't even remember. The next day she had to tell me it happened. I was like, well, if you'd have been a serial killer, that would have been the end of me.
And I mean, you could have solved the murder. I mean, that's how it would have worked.
Yeah, definitely trying to get into bed with your boss was not on the bingo card for that day.
Okay. You asked Donald to your birthday, but he couldn't make it.
Yes, and unfortunately he was the only person invited, so that was awkward. No, I was having a birthday party last year, and I was genuinely afraid after this incident that you wouldn't want to be my friend anymore, because my Tato gave me a load of, there are other crisps available. Oh, that's Tato. They're going, Tato!
That's the King people.
Oh, Tom! For one sponsorship deal. Late show. Tato very kindly sent me a big pile of Tato for the party. And Donald, in his invite, said, oh, I can't come, but feel free to send all the free Tato to my house.
Yeah.
And then you gave me your address.
As a joke, a joke, I said that.
Because obviously you live in Ireland.
In Dublin, yeah.
So it's a tough thing to get.
Yeah, yes. So, exactly.
Tough to get them free.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Nothing tastes as good as free tato.
We don't pay for nothing since our party with Monica Lewinsky. Not a single thing. And so I thought it'd be very hilarious of me to send a box of tato to Donal, and I addressed it to Donal Fresh Fish Gleeson, because what was the song that? Because it's your dad's song.
Oh, Daffodil Mulligan. My Uncle Barry sings that song. Yeah, Sweet Daffodil Mulligan, and there's a bit that goes fresh fish in
the middle of it.
And we sang that a lot in
together
London.
now. It made me laugh so much when we were filming, because it's quite a serious drama, but Donal would sing that song and just shout out fresh fish in the middle of it. So I sent a box of tato to Donal Fresh Fish Gleeson. Grand. You had a bit of a laugh over it.
Yeah.
We all had a laugh.
Sent her a
Hilarious.
photograph of the tato. It was great.
And I was like, ha ha ha, what a funny pair we are.
Lovely.
Lovely. Now then I went to order myself a backpack, and my boyfriend was looking over my shoulder and thought I was trying to go, oh, I really would love a backpack. So he went off and ordered me one. I ordered myself one. And then I got my backpack and he's like, I ordered you that. And I'm like, but where's the one I ordered myself then if there's supposed to be two? And then I get a photo from Donal. And I'd accidentally sent it to Donal Fresh Fish Gleeson.
Yeah. Okay, this is Donal with the...
And I thought, oh no, that's so... Because that wasn't funny for me. That was just me being clumsy. It was annoying for you. Yeah, it was. It was annoying for you to realise that I'd sent my post. I was like, well, it's a charity company, so keep it. And I was like, oh, really? I got to be more on top of these things. And then I ordered myself something from this eco company that's in London. They don't do many air miles. Like, that's the whole point of it. And I'm sitting there going, I'm going to have to give this small business some feedback, because their postal system is just really, like, it's taken a few days now and I just haven't gotten this thing. And then I get another text from Donal, and he sent me another photograph. And because I'd sent another thing to Donal Fresh Fish Gleeson. And I was like, Happy Valentine's Day, ladies.
It fit me so well. It was really, I looked so good.
I just love the fact that you buy your Tato Crisp the same places you buy your dresses. What is that website?
No, it's like the PayPal thing, but my last registered address was Donal Fresh Fish Gleeson, and I just kept on not checking it. And so it kept on going to Donal Fresh Fish Gleeson, and then you had to go all the way to the post office, send me that back, and when I got it, I actually didn't like the dress. It didn't fit me as well as it fit Donal. And then I said, so the air miles on this eco dress were already like way more than it should have been. So yeah, so just check your addresses, guys, is the message.
There's a ton of buzz around this movie. You know, we're into this sort of silly season of awards. You guys have won, I mean, am I allowed to say you've awards coming out of your arses? Like, I mean, you do. Right, you've got a ton of awards. Anyway, does this stuff not take a fizz out of you whenever it gets to this time, or does it matter?
It's a funny thing. It's like, it's obviously something that's very difficult to like avoid in terms of it can feel like the loudest person in the room. But then when you watch the film and you watch the work that Andrew wrote and directed, and you watch what this gentleman beside me does on screen,
which is extraordinary.
No, like it's incredibly difficult to articulate. So you're gonna have to hold my drink for a second, in the sense that like, this is one of the great modern performances, and what he does in the film is absurdly brilliant. And to get to share the screen with him is, to me, one of the greatest professional and personal privileges of my life. So I think not only are we championing, he's an extraordinary human being, an extraordinary actor. So
No. Shut up now.
Shut up now. That's enough of that.
There you go. I mean, you know, if you hadn't already got a room in this movie, I would say get a room.
I know, it's gross, isn't it?
It's good news. Stranger Things, there's a lot of secrecy around the audition process. Did you even know that you were auditioning for it?
No, they didn't say what it was. I knew. I was a really big fan of the show. So
okay, you worked it out.
There was enough in it for me to sleuth it and be like, yeah, I understand what this is. So this would be Robin's love interest, and then that would be Steve, and this is like, I did look a bit insane actually, now that I think about it. But I was invested. I knew what I was doing. So I think I had a bit of luck in that way, because I was like, oh, I know what the show likes. I know the pacing. I think I have an idea of how I could do this and maybe make it look good. But I didn't think that I would get cast in any sort of world.
So you send that audition away, and then just do you forget about auditions sometimes when you're doing them? That's done.
You say you do.
Okay.
You say you do, but you don't. I think I was saying like, oh yeah, no, don't even remember saying that at all. That's not a thing that crossed my mind. And you're thinking about it every single night. And I got a call like a month and a bit later when I was in quarantine for another movie. So I was like a week into being alone in a house, which is already sounding a bit loopy. And I get the call and I'm like screaming, crying down the phone and lost my mind a little bit.
I mean, I know it was a big deal for you. I know it was also a big deal for your family who supported you from a very, very early age.
It was.
And it was one of the last auditions that your mum and dad got to see.
Yeah. So my parents passed away. I know, very sad. I know I'm worth, thank you very much, but it's okay. It was like the last audition that they knew that I did. So there was something quite exciting. I got it after two of them had passed away. But there was something quite exciting about it that I was kind of like, they said they had a good feeling about it and they were right. And that was quite nice for me. So
because they really, really helped you. I mean, whenever you got Anne with the knee, they went to Canada with you.
Yes, yeah, they did. They did everything. I mean, from the age of 10, they're like driving me everywhere I need to go. But they moved with me to Canada, lived in Toronto with me, which is mental to do for anything. I was very, very lucky that they were retired and they were able to do that for me. But they really would. They said they would do anything for me, and they did. It was really, really kind. I'll always appreciate it.
We do have to talk about this man singing and dancing.
We must.
We don't really, though. I think we're out of time.
I think we should.
We got left.
Nope.
I mean, did you realise that you were going to be working with Broadway
It's a
baby
dead
Colin
end,
Farrell?
Patrick. You're getting nothing.
I had no idea, and I had seen Crazy Heart, so I was like, but you never know when someone sings if they can really sing in a movie. You know, in a movie, you're kind of like, someone helping. What is happening here? He can actually sing. He's like an incredible. Just take it. Just take it while I compliment. And dance.
Double threat.
It was honestly my favourite day on set.
Couldn't get into Boyzone. Sorry
well,
to dig up the past.
Did you try?
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Do you not know this?
That? Yeah, I sang Careless Whisper twice, and the second time was because they couldn't believe how bad the first. They were like, "Would you do that again, please?"
That can't be right. I've heard you sing.
You know who Louis Walsh is, the manager, the music manager of Boyzone.
No,
anyway,
just to put this into context.
You know Boyzone?
Yeah. Colin, just to put this into context, Margot was 3 when Boyzone was 4.
All of a sudden, this film feels wrong. Yeah. No, but listen, I was on an Irish newspaper with the rest of the band. Like, it was all happening, and then I got a call saying, "Sorry, man, you're tone deaf."
That's so awful.
But thank God, then I wouldn't be sitting here with you, having done this and talking to Patrick.
I
think so mean of them to like put you in the paper and then take it away.
Totally, yeah.
I think if Louis Walsh sees this movie, I think he may very much regret that was a door he might want to go back.
If I ever meet this Louis, I've got words for him. I've got words.
You lost your dad, John, last year.
Yeah.
And I know he was a big fan of Big Sisters.
Yeah. Well, Bad Sisters.
Bad Sisters.
He wasn't a big. Like Big Sisters.
He wasn't Big Sisters. Big Sisters. That's the sequel. He used to turn up on set, didn't he?
Yeah, he came down on set for the first season, actually, and he came down for the second season with my mum as well, and was fascinated by the process of it and how skilled everyone was at their particular part of the job, and met everyone. It was just a very curious, interested, just great man, and very sort of, really sort of pushed us to be the best that we could be. And even when he was in hospital, I brought him in. I did a little sort of edited clip of what we'd sort of made so far, and I brought it into him to show him, and he was like, watched it, and he went, well, the good news is there's plenty of time for it to get a lot better. And which is, great. And
which is what you want to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
And if your dad's not going to tell you that, who is?
Yeah.
Did you have to drink loads of Guinness? Sorry,
I didn't have to,
everyone knows. You did, yeah. To get into character.
Just to get into character for the last 30 years.
But you actually, you laid on some free Guinness for the crew, is that right?
I did, yeah. And the last day, a lot of actors get like ice cream trucks or sort of coffee trucks, and I got a Guinness truck to come to set. And it came a couple of hours early. So it was meant to come at like 6 when we wrap, and it came at lunch at 1. So there's a few scenes in the show that the cameras are all over the place because some of the boys were absolutely steaming. The producers were raging. But it was good crack.
You're a fan of Guinness as well?
I am, yeah. Well, for the iron, obviously, it's a health drink in many ways.
We actually have a little picture here. This is your mobile Guinness transporter.
Yeah, that's one of that was actually my audition picture for or my audition for House of Guinness, and I didn't get it. Now that's my
Next season.
Maybe the sequel, House of
It's
Tato.
basically on my
House of
buggy
Tato.
is a holder. House of Tato, that'll be me, and I'll play Mr. Tato. Thank you, Anthony.
There we go.
In the hat.
Like, everything else can function, put it that way.
You got to tell us about how you got into acting, because you went to an all-girls school. Is this right?
Yeah. I got expelled from boys' schools in Belfast, and the only one that would take me was an all-girls school on the Falls Road.
Oh.
Yeah, up the Falls Road, called St. Louise's.
St. Louise's, very famous school.
St. Louise's. And there was 2,000 girls and 10 boys.
Oh my, you lucky little dog.
Yeah.
How did that work out for you?
It worked out all right. It worked out all right, Connie. Good crack. It was mad. It was just such a mad experience. You know, I was like 16 and suddenly there's 2,000 girls and you're there.
Did you ever have like 20 wives on the go or something like that?
I'm not going to talk about that in the late, but I'll chat to you after. Yes, it was a lot of sort of hijinks. You know, it's like you were talking to Saoirse yesterday, now you're talking to Saoirse and Ashley. And, you know, a lot of that happening. But it was great. It was the making of me, you know, because there was like such a good drama department in the school. And because of that, I got to just like act every day as opposed to, you know, learning about geography or something I didn't want to do. So I got to actually do what I loved every day, and they were they needed males for the parts, you know what I mean? So I got to play a load of different things for 2 years, and it was good crack.
We have to ask you this before we let you go. Stephen Knight is also writing the new James Bond movie. Is there a chance...
For you to get a role?
I was going to say, is there a chance that...
For me to be the Bond? I'm not going to say. I'm not.
Is there a chance for your dad to turn up in that in an Antrim jersey? I mean, would a Belfast Bond interest you?
A West Belfast Bond. That's what we want to see. Yeah, it'd be great. I think I'd do better as a villain, though. A Bond villain, I think it'd be better crack. Or we could get my dad to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Antrim jersey, you know?
Imagine him coming into a casino in an Antrim jersey, like,
I just don't think...
Shaken, not stirred.
I just don't think anyone would believe him as MI6.
Yeah. But that's what would be perfect spy.
Yeah.
Well, look, you're talking about people that have got you. There are some people that have got you back home as well. We've got a little message here.
It's going to make me cry.
From some people at home. If you just want to press play on that, there you go. That little button there.
From Loretto National School to the big stage. Jessie, you've made us so proud. You have shown us that with courage, passion and determination, we can go anywhere or do anything.
You show us that big dreams can happen from right here in our classrooms.
Jessie, you prove that no matter where you start, your journey can take you anywhere. Thank you for being such a role model.
Oh. Oh my God. That's so gorgeous.
So that's the guys. That's what they all think of you back home.
Oh, well, I think of the same back to them. They're all going to be the future. That's really moving. You know, there was only me and one other girl and 7 boys in my class in that school in Loretto. And I mean, talk about kind of wild, feral creatures. That's the way you get born.
You actually learned to play the trombone for this?
No, I didn't.
No?
I took a couple of lessons just so I could, on the day, because I kind of direct the first couple of episodes, I could at least know what I was talking about, while Paddy Considine really had to learn it a good bit. But it's an instrument I love. I love listening to it, and I have tried to learn a little bit more out of it, because I think these fingers weren't built for a trumpet. You know, it's all of this fingering, and I don't have...
No.
They're stubby and long, and it's not right. So I thought this is more my, you know...
Yeah,
I feel like all of that. All of that.
Yeah.
No bother.
But not that.
Not this. No. These are not fingering fingers. Happy Valentine's, everybody.
And that, Christina, is the clip that we'll use. That's exactly where we're going with that. First amputation, this is when you decided you wanted to get on TikTok. And there was one clip in particular which catapulted you into the public eye.
Did you find it?
I didn't find it.
Yes.
There's a reason why people can't find this. Tell us about it and tell us why we can't find it anymore.
Because I scraped it off the internet. I'm like Beyonce.
Okay. But this was
I eliminated it.
This was a clip that actually got you noticed in Hollywood.
Well, I was a kind of an apprentice barber at the time, and then COVID hit. I got fired and had to move home, back to Mum and Dad's. And I was just really bored, so I started TikTok, and then, yeah, I don't know, one day I put up a skit of me dressed as a nun. People were dead nuts on that, so, yeah.
There's one of John on the internet as a nun, which hasn't been taken down.
No, well, no one's clicking on it.
So off the back of that, you were noticed, and this is where you got the Midnight Club gig from.
Yeah, casting office in LA.
And you hadn't acted before?
No! They cast me as villager number like 4 in my school play. I was fuming. They just stuck me in the back. Yeah.
So no acting experience at all. You're cast in this huge Netflix show.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
Mad. Yeah, it was just... I mean, I immediately... I was like, somebody's going to realise this is a bad idea. But then I kind of looked up in the contracts and you get paid for like the first episode, and I was like, grand, I can live with that. So, yeah, and then they didn't fire me, so...
And then off the back of that, things moved really quickly and...
Yeah, well, I've Mike Flanagan really to thank for my entire career. He cast me in the second show then, and yeah, it was just a lovely entry and quite an easy entry, let's be honest, into the industry. And I had people that looked out for me, and he always looks out for me, so...
Your dad almost delivered your firstborn, or he was on standby.
He did. So I got cast in 50 Shades 4 weeks before they started shooting, because someone else had pulled out, and so it was just mad. And Millie was 37, 38 weeks pregnant, and all our focus was on that. Obviously, as it is, your first child. Second child, you're still focused. Third, you're whatever. But it was just like our life was going to change in this monumental way. And then suddenly I got cast in this thing that I knew was going to just create a lot of madness.
Which was going to be filmed in Vancouver.
In Vancouver. And we weren't allowed to fly commercially at that stage because Millie was too pregnant. So the universe had to get us a private jet, and then we had to have it in a contract that my dad would come in case my wife went into labour on the flight. There needed to be an obstetrician there. So Dad obviously raised his hand for that trip, free trip in the private jet to Vancouver. And somewhere over kind of New York, about halfway across, I saw Dad just call over the air stewardess and order gin and tonic. I was like, I know, Jesus, Dad, like that's... I don't know, like this is a big thing with sort of like you to be, ready. And he was like, oh, son, like, even if she starts her contractions now, she won't be going into active labour till we're landed in Vancouver. By that point, it's taken into someone else's hands anyway. So that was it. Dad just had about 4 gin tonics.
It's the biggest movie in the world at the minute. Is it true you didn't even have to audition for this?
It is true that I didn't have to audition for it, but I think it's, again, to tie like Ridley can ask for whatever he wants, and he generally gets it. So thankfully I didn't have to go through... I thought we'd have to do camera tests or things like that, but he's very, very instinctive, and he just did a Zoom with him for half an hour. Because I hadn't read a script at this point, so it's just 10 minutes of the outline of the film. And then he talked about Gaelic football and his dogs and his wife, and that was it.
And that was it?
Yeah.
Amazing. And I heard somewhere that the nose also helped you get the part.
This nose caused me such hassle in secondary school. Like, this was the bane of my life. And then
Well, thank God for whatever genetics have granted me this this nose, yeah.
But it is, you got that noble, you got the Roman nose.
Yeah, it's there for sure, yeah.
Before you go, I just want to say that I love you and I love having a laugh with you. And I just want to say thanks on behalf of a lot of families on this island for the work that you are doing for legacy north of the border. And I know that is something which is dear to your heart.
Yeah, I've worked with an organisation called WAVE for 23 years, who were set up to offer counselling and support to anyone bereaved, traumatised or affected by the Troubles. They continue to do that work. It's been amazing. But where my heart really lies with WAVE in the many years gone by has been with the families of the disappeared, some of whom I am delighted to say are here tonight. The first time I went to WAVE, I met Michael McConville, who is here tonight. He's the son of Jean McConville, who was abducted in 1972. There are other family members here tonight. It has been a process that has worked, the relocation of the remains of the disappeared. 13 have been found. It does work. Nevertheless, there are still 5 remaining. Sitting out there tonight are Columba McVeigh, his sister Dimpna Kerr. I stood with them on a bog in Bragan in County Monaghan, in a wind that would cut you, rain that was pouring down, and watching them look once again as a dig took place to find the remains of their brother. And they didn't come back. All the families that are still remaining without their loved ones' remains want the same thing. They want to have a funeral or a wake or a grave that they can tend to. We all know how important it is to bury our loved ones. If you've been looking for them for 50 years and you don't know where they are, it's incumbent upon all of us to try and support them. And so it's kind of not last throw of the dice, I don't want to say that to them, but people are getting old. And if there is anyone out there who has any information on where the remains of Columba McVeigh, Joe Linsky, Seamus Maguire, Robert Nerak, and Lisa Dorian, who was disappeared in 2005, if you have any information, please contact ICLVR, because I've seen the anguish that the families went through, and I've seen, and it's the worst word to use, but the joy that the ones that got their families back. I beg people, if they've got anything, have a look into your conscience and contact us.